Milk thistle once anchored ancient remedies from Greek temples to medieval monasteries, praised by Pliny for protecting the liver. Today, its extract is proven in clinical studies to improve liver markers within weeks. Yet growing the whole plant is illegal in a dozen states in the United States, while capsules line store shelves nationwide. How did a healing tradition become a regulated threat? And why do laws clash so sharply over a single purple weed? The answer reveals what happens when medicine, agriculture, and profit collide. The plant known to botanists as Silybum marianum has carried its reputation for healing across continents and centuries. In ancient Greece, physicians gave it the name Silybum and recommended its leaves and seeds for those suffering from liver pain and snake bites. Pliny the Elder, writing in the 1st century, described a recipe: milk thistle juice mixed with honey, taken to carry off bile. Through the Middle Ages, the plant's jagged leaves and purple blooms found a place in monastery gardens from Italy to England, tended by monks who believed it could cure jaundice and cleanse the blood. Herbalists in Renaissance Europe catalogued its effects, and by the 17th century, milk thistle was a fixture in both folk remedies and formal medical texts. Today, a curator of a medicinal plant garden might point to its long record as proof of its value, yet hesitate before planting it. Despite 2,000 years of trust, something about this ancient healer now puts it on the wrong side of the law in parts of modern America. By the late 1960s, the search for the plant's secret moved from monastery gardens to the laboratory. German chemists, working with milk thistle seeds, isolated a complex of compounds they named silymarin. This group of flavonolignans, plant molecules with both flavonoid and lignin structures, became the focus of modern research into liver protection. Silymarin acts on several fronts. It stabilizes the outer membranes of liver cells, making it harder for toxins to break through. It neutralizes free radicals, those unstable molecules that can damage tissue through oxidative stress. And it stimulates protein synthesis, which helps the liver repair itself after injury. These mechanisms, confirmed in cell and animal studies, offer a biochemical explanation for centuries of traditional use. The work of these German researchers laid the foundation for clinical trials and regulatory debate, turning a folk remedy into a subject of scientific scrutiny. A single milk thistle plant can scatter up to 6,000 seeds in one season. Those seeds do not just vanish, they can wait in the soil for 9 years, ready to sprout whenever conditions turn favorable. On the West Coast, the climate matches the plant's Mediterranean origins almost perfectly, fueling rapid spread across pastures and cropland. Ranchers describe fields overtaken in just a few seasons, with native grasses crowded out and forage value dropping fast. For livestock, the threat is more direct. Milk thistle accumulates nitrates, and when cattle or horses graze on it, nitrate poisoning becomes a real risk, sometimes fatal. The plant's spiny leaves can also injure animals' mouths, making even small infestations a concern for ranchers. These facts drive state mandates for eradication, not just out of caution, but out of repeated experience with lost grazing land and animal harm. State law treats milk thistle as an invader, not a remedy. In Washington, it is a Class A noxious weed, illegal to grow, sell, or even move, with fines for property owners who fail to eradicate it. 12 states have some form of restriction, but enforcement and definitions vary. Meanwhile, federal law carves out a separate lane. Under the Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act of 1994, milk thistle extracts are legal to sell nationwide as supplements. The FDA allows labels to say these products support liver health, but any claim to treat or cure disease draws a warning letter and possible seizure. A U.S. regulatory analyst explains that state agriculture laws and federal supplement rules do not overlap. The same plant, banned in one form, is freely marketed in another. This legal split is not unique to milk thistle, but the contradiction is especially stark. A weed in the field, a supplement on the shelf. In Germany, milk thistle is not just a supplement on a store shelf. Here, silymarin, the plant's active compound, became a prescription medicine after review by the country's Commission E, a scientific panel that evaluates herbal treatments. German physicians can write prescriptions for silymarin to treat toxin-induced liver damage, and national health insurance covers the cost for eligible patients. Clinical guidelines in Germany detail how and when to use it, treating silymarin as part of mainstream care rather than an unregulated remedy. A German hepatologist describes it as an established option for chronic liver support, reflecting a regulatory approach that treats plant-based therapies with the same seriousness as conventional drugs. This stands in sharp contrast to the United States, where milk thistle is confined to the supplement aisle, with no insurance coverage and no formal medical status. Peer-reviewed clinical trials put silymarin's reputation to the test. In studies using 420 milligrams daily, a dose found in German prescription protocols, researchers tracked liver enzyme levels in patients with chronic liver disease. Some trials reported modest drops in markers like ALT and AST after several weeks, hinting at less inflammation. Others saw no meaningful change, even after 2 months. A pooled analysis of cirrhosis patients suggested a possible reduction in liver-related deaths, though the effect was small and vanished in higher-quality studies. Across the board, silymarin was well tolerated, with side effects matching placebo. The lead author of a major United States trial described the evidence as promising in the lab, but inconsistent in real-world patients. For now, silymarin's benefits remain measurable but limited, an ancient remedy tested by modern science, still awaiting a definitive verdict. In Washington state, more than 1,000 people die each year from chronic liver disease. Nationally, liver disease ranks as the 12th leading cause of death, cutting lives short in every region and straining families and health systems alike. For those living with cirrhosis or hepatitis, the diagnosis brings a daily routine of medications, blood tests, and uncertainty. A caregiver in Spokane describes the relentless cycle, managing appointments, watching for signs of jaundice, and hoping for a treatment that can slow the damage. The numbers are stark.